Hey everyone, I am just getting ready to just prep some stuff for, oh goodness sakes, for making a pot roast for dinner tonight. Today is day 2 of my official vacation, which we had planned on going and doing some stuff, but you know how plans kind of get spoiled a little bit. That's okay, because we're going to make the best of it and plan some different stuff. But for dinner tonight, we're having a pot roast. I got some beautiful, let me move this down, flat leaf parsley out of my garden. It has been growing like crazy, so we're going to use that tonight. I'm going to prep an onion and just get all the veggies ready to go in so that later, because it's actually kind of hot right now, I am just gonna prep everything, and I have the orientation of this completely wrong, but I'm just gonna prep everything and get it ready to go so that when later tonight, when we are ready to make dinner, I can just dump and go. So let's get to it. So using, this is a That's a Bowl Junior. I have a very nice, beautiful Vidalia onion. And I'm going to use my Tupperware chef knife on this Tupperware Stackables cutting board. I was going to chop this, but I decided I would rather, well, I'm going to chop half of it and make it small, and then the other half I'm going to leave in half rings. Really dishwasher, because I want two different types of textures. So these I'm going to slice into giant half rings. Bowl. And then this guy, I wish I knew what they did with my garbage container. My kids went and emptied it for me and didn't bring it back. We're going to use our smooth chopper and mix that. We're going to mince it so that it's really, really small. Do a little bit at a time. How is that? Okay, here we go. Okay, that was 15 pulls. I'd say that's pretty well minced, wouldn't you? That's gonna go in there. This is our silicone spatula. This is the new K-Tools silicone spatula. The rest of this in here and finish that off. And I'm actually going to do something else. We like a little heat in our family, so in my Fridge Smart Mini, I have some serranos and habaneros. So I think I'll take this big, beautiful, not habanero, serranos and jalapenos. And take this big, beautiful habanero and add it to it. The Fridge Smart set, I'm going to give you the date for reference. Today is June 28th. Oh, it's my brother's birthday. I need to call him. It's June 28th, and it is we're nearing the end of a beautiful set of sales for this time period, and one of them is a Fridge Smart sale where you get a 4-piece set that is currently in the catalog, which I will show you in a moment, for $94. You can get 8 pieces. Let me find it here. Here we go. So this is the 4-piece set. You can get these 4 pieces for $94, but currently until the 30th of June, you can get double this for $99. Absolutely beautiful deal. This is the little container that I have my peppers in. It is $15 currently. So it is the time to buy Fridge Smarts. I tell you what, it is absolutely the best time to buy Fridge Smarts. Alright. Get that all ready to go. Clean out my little chopper, and then I'm going to put the pepper in here after I seed it and chop that up really good too. And that'll give it some nice heat to that roast. Some mild heat because it's a nice big pepper. And I'm not going to leave the seeds out. Okay. Those in there. Once again, very finely chopped. Hardly any time at all. This is the perfect device to make 2 serving size, or if you got a really great appetite, 1 serving size of guacamole. We do that quite often, or salsa. Love this. This is my go-to chopping tool. I love it, love it, love it. This is the one of the 3 that we call the baby, and then there's the mama and the papa, which I will show you in a moment. At this point, because I have those in there, I'm gonna get my counterscape container that I keep my kosher salt in and add a little bit of salt to that, because you want to season your vegetables, especially if they're gonna sit for a little bit. Let the flavors vary. Okay, now I'm going to pull some out. So, 3 of these are part of that deal currently. This is the medium shallow. This right here was a seasonal sale item. It's a large container. It no longer unfortunately is for sale at the moment, but I'm sure it will pop up again. These are these medium deeps. That's the large shallow, sorry. This is the medium deeps. Now, one of the things that you want to remember about Fridge Mart containers is, number one, make sure that the item that you have in here has the correct vent setting on it. So we have fully open, fully closed, and half open. So you look on here, and in here I have peppers in here, and they need to be half open. So it is, and I just slid it, it is all the way over to that, because that it needs very little breathing. And one of the things you need to remember to do when you have them also is you need to remember moisture is the enemy of our produce. So while these peppers have been in here for 5 weeks now, I have come in on a weekly basis and dried them off. You always leave them in here, or put your produce in dirty, dry, naked, dirty, and dry. Because see, I don't know if you can see that water in there? That all came from the vegetables. So you want to dump that. Oxidation. And clean it out. Now, I'm going to use these peppers tonight, so I am not going to need this container again. And then in this container, I have carrots. Now, these have been in here more than 4 weeks. I buy the big bag, but I want to show you. Did you hear that? They are still really, really, really good. So I am not going to actually cut these. I'm going to add a nice handful of them to that bowl. I am going to dry them out. There's no moisture in the bottom of this one, but there is moisture on the sides. Try that lid. And for carrots, we look at it and we see carrots. They need to be completely closed. So, see, one of the things with the vents, you see the different categories coordinates with the top. So carrots are right here, so we'll make sure it's right there. Coordinates with that. So I'm done with my carrots. And this guy my son got to earlier because he absolutely loves celery. We are going to take out some celery. Now see, when I put my celery in, I did not cut it. I just broke it apart. Naked, dirty, and dry. That's how you do this. Naked, dirty, and dry. And I already actually cleaned that out when he got his snack out earlier. He's 15 and absolutely loves celery. Okay. So now with this, nip the tips off a little bit. Get the end off there. And I don't want to mince this because it's gonna pretty much disintegrate already. It's basically a mirepoix, carrots, celery, and onions, only I'm not making them all the same size because we actually want to be able to chew on the carrots and the onions, the smaller onions, and the celery, I want to dissolve and give flavor to the sauce that the ribs are going to make. So this is basically the heart of the celery. It's the tender centers. Normally I'd be using a bigger cutting board, but it's in the washing machine right now. Because I can be in the kitchen on my vacation. I love to cook, and I never get time when I am working to do a lot of cooking. Okay, so red bell pepper. So add a sweet aspect to our roast. The sticker stuck to me. Okay. And again, this is going to be a half and half thing. I'm going to slice half of it so I get the nice big chunks of veggies. And then I'm going to mince part of it add to that sauce that the roast is going to make, because I'm also going to add some wine and some other seasonings in here that I want. So it's going to have a really nice sauce that comes out of it. The main reason why I'm doing that is because any leftovers we will use on for another recipe like fajitas or tacos or burritos, you know, good things for leftovers. In there where I can. Try not to overcrowd it. I am crowding it right now, but we'll see what happens. Oh, what happens is it doesn't close. So, lesson learned there, huh? Alright, here we go. So you can see what I'm doing is I'm trying to put two different levels of this dish. I want it to the main body of the dish in the sauce, and just add this to it. So by prepping all of these ahead of time, I do that and it can all put together and marry and be beautiful. So, no, it didn't. I should have emptied it. That's okay, because we want more chunks of mayonnaise. Okay. See, you can see the liquid from the vegetables is also going to help with that, building that sauce. Okay. So we're done with that guy. Now, you can see my bowl is getting really full. So my big guy right here, look at this. Mushrooms. Big, beautiful mushrooms. And like I said again, naked, dirty, and dry. So these guys are dirty. Take a paper towel. Pop off that. Just wipe it off. See, and I've had these in my fridge for, see, I bought them the same time I bought the celery, so about 4 weeks. And you can tell they're still good because the gills are closed. Mushroom is old and starts losing its flavor. Kind of gets gross when the gills open. So basically what this pot roast is I'm cleaning out my vegetables. And like I said, it's been 4 weeks since I bought these, so I'm not going to use all of these mushrooms, but we'll kind of see that one right there. Yeah, that one's very good. It's got some Alright, so one out of the bunch. There's only going to be one bad one out of the bunch. Alright, here we go. Utility knife. This is the Tupperware utility knife. They are very sharp. That's why they come with blade covers. I am going to trim the ends off of these. That one had a bruise on it. Okay. And then this one again, we are also going to do big chunks because they are going to shrink. I want big chunks of it because there's some of my family members that don't like mushrooms, they can pick it out easily, and there's some of us that absolutely love them and we will enjoy them. So, switch knives here. Beautiful. Okay. Okay. And the very last thing is my beautiful Italian flat leaf parsley that I got out of my garden. If you've been following my page, you will see I have posted a couple different videos of my beautiful garden and how it's coming along, and this is part of those gorgeous parsley plant that I have out there that is just going to town. Get some of the browner leaves off because it is a big bushy plant and has a lot on it. Alright, I am going to cut off the more hardy stems, and then we are going to, my kids are making tons of noise out there, roll it up. And chop. Anytime that you can impart fresh herbs, go for it. I think that's good.
I know the movie, but I also don't. Okay, Jeffrey.
Parsley. Making a mess on my stovetop, but you know I don't have an island, otherwise I would. Okay, what else is gonna go in here? We've already put salt in. We are gonna put some pepper in there. I always put in, this is a modular mate. I love my modular system. In here I have onion soup mix. So you know those Lipton soup mixes that come in the packets, and you get a box of them and there's 2 packets in the box, and then you sort of buy them when they're on sale, and they sit on your cupboard for 2 months, and then you notice, oh my gosh, it's gross, it's kind of gotten a little hard. Well, that's because they had got air and moisture in them. Those packets are not airtight and they're not watertight. These are. So when I buy those on sale, they go in here. This is a modular square too.
No, I knew this.
I gotta look. And my daughter's being extremely loud. Yeah, modular 2. And its home is right up here with my one-touch canisters, and those are some little snacking stores. Oh, he's not regular. Okay, so you can see this guy's big and beautiful. Next, we also need Worcestershire sauce. I ran out last night when I was making dinner. I used the last of my own, but I'm one of those people that likes to keep stuff on hand, so I always have some. I buy stuff when it's on sale, I stock up, and then I have it when I need it. And I got a running grocery list over here on my fridge of things I need. I'm starting to run out of, so I'm gonna put a good amount of this on. It has a nice hearty beefy flavor, and especially on those mushrooms, they can soak it up, and it's good. Good. Okay, so that was probably about a fourth of a cup, probably, that I just shook on there. Okay, I'm using next pepper. Oh, wine. We're gonna add a little bit of wine. A little bit of wine. So, put a little bit of a sweet red in here. These are our. Oh, I can't think. Microwave pitchers. They can stack on top of each other so that when you put butter or something like that in the microwave, it won't spatter. It's a 1 cup measure and a 2 cup measure. I'm going to put a half a cup of a sweet red wine in here. Basically what I'm doing is I'm building the marinade on the vegetables. And then they will impart their flavor to the meat, and I will season the meat also. Okay. So our veggies are done. The one thing you'll notice that is missing is the potatoes. But that is fine because I am going to add the potatoes later when I actually start. When I actually start the beef, so they don't need to be prepped ahead of time. But this saves me a lot of time. So I'm now ready to dump and go, and then later I will assemble my pot roast when it's a little cooler out, and I will put it in the oven because I want to cook it low and slow. And you could put it in your pressure cooker, but I have too much. It won't fit in my pressure cooker. So I'm going to do it the traditional way tonight, but I will show you the pressure cooker at another time. Also, my roast is a little bit big. It's a nice big chuck roast. It's huge. So I'm going to clean up. You guys have a wonderful day, and thank you for joining me in my meal prep.